Why do you think there's a huge spectrum of reactions towards homosexuals?
I think there's a huge reaction because everyone comes from different backgrounds or have different religious views as well as political views. So that kind of dictates the way they feel towards the topic. Um, some people may agree with it, some people may disagree. It just really depends, like I said, on the way they were raised and the way they came up in society. I also think the lack of education plays a huge role in this topic. People who are more educated tend to be more understanding and more aware of what's going on within the world. But I think those are the reasons why it's such a wide spectrum of reactions toward homosexuals.
Why do you think there's a huge spectrum of reactions towards homosexuals?
I think it's a generation gap between this younger generation and the older generation. I think we're more for the movement and more for equal rights, and we just realize that, and they're just stuck in their traditional ways.
Do you think gay rights are an attempt to get special privileges or special attention?
I think it's just equal rights, and also that they really make it a big deal by fighting back against it when really it should just be an equal right already.
Why do you think there's a huge spectrum of reactions towards homosexuals?
I think that the older generation and the younger generation, there's this huge gap between both generations. The newer generation, the one that we're currently in, is a lot more proactive, especially when it comes to controversial topics like gay marriage. And human rights have become such a huge issue lately, and there are lots of people standing up to what previously wasn't stood up for. And I think in the future, people will become a lot more progressive and be more accepting of those who are different.
Do you think gay people are born gay, or do you think they have a choice?
I 100% believe people are born with their sexuality. I never decided to be straight, just like I don't believe gay people decided to be gay.
Do you think gay rights are an attempt to get special privileges or even special attention?
No, if anything, it's the fight to get equal privileges.
Why do you think people think that it's just for attention and for special privileges?
A lot of it is just because of lack of education and ignorance, how they were raised, and people just don't understand or aren't willing to try to understand people who are different from them. But I think that once people become more knowledgeable and with time, everyone will start to become a lot more accepting
Of the LGBT community. Are there still are there still groups and people resisting this movement?
Yeah, for sure. I think there are huge leaders in today's society who are contributing, if not producing, more anti-gay hate. And for example, one of these leaders is the Westboro Baptist Church community. Some of the things they do are
The graves?
they protest outside of soldiers' graves who were gay, and torment family members for something that wasn't their choice. But even in our day-to-day lives, it's not just these huge groups, it's people who choose to be uneducated. There are so many resources out there to educate yourself about the community and about just public rights. Everyone deserves the same rights. And the fact that there are still people out there resisting that just shows the unwillingness to accept people who are different.
So, do you think that people of the same-sex marriage are capable of raising a kid?
Of course, I think just having two parents is better than having none. And without gay parents, people would be in orphanages. I have a best friend who has two gay moms, and she is super successful, super happy. I don't think that your gender, having a mom and a dad is any different than having a mom and a mom or a dad and a dad.
Are they capable of love just as much as heterosexuals?
Yes.